Hi, I'm Jeff Shaw, the Executive Director of the Life Insurers Council. The problem with final expense insurance is that all aspects of it have to be proactively managed and really on a day-to-day basis. Too often companies will enter this line of business, they offer a product and they sit back and they wait a couple of years for sales to come in, and then they go and they check and they find out that their experience was completely different from what they priced it for. But by then it's too late, because by the time you realize you have a problem, you have a problem. So in order to make this line of business work, really you've got to have all areas of your company proactively working together to keep on top of it on a day-to-day basis. It means your marketing people have to be in constant communication with your underwriters, with your issue people, with your claims people, and everybody's got to be in communication with the actuaries and the finance people and even the reinsurers to make sure that everything is working together. And on top of that, you also have to know your competition, because that's who your agents and your policyholders are going to be playing your product off against, and you really need to know what they're doing. So what we've done for the Final Expense Workshop is we've put together a group of professionals from different companies and different disciplines. For example, we have Tim Morant from Optimum Re, and many of you know Optimum does a lot of our final expense reinsurance, and so they've got a broad industry perspective as far as what a lot of other companies are doing and what works and what doesn't work. And we've got Bob Thomas, who's with the actuarial consulting firm Lewis & Ellis. He's going to bring, again, a broad industry perspective on the actuarial side. He's also going to talk about surplus management, which many of you know that's a real issue for this particular line of business. Then we've got Monica Klink, who's going to talk about the claims management. She's with Optimum Re. We've got Karen Amatrano, who is Chief Underwriter at Columbia Mutual, is going to talk about the underwriting side of it. We have Mike Cunningham, who's going to bring a vendor's perspective. He's with Aptical. He's going to talk about different processes for efficiently underwriting and issuing new business, so you can save some money on the cost side. And then we've got two people covering the marketing, Mike Samard from Liberty Bankers and Tom Munson, the president of Landmark Life. And they're also facilitating actually the whole discussion. How often you go to a workshop on profitability management and have the discussion led by marketing folks and coordinating discussions with actuaries and underwriters. It really shows how differently you've got to look at this particular line of business in order to make it work. One company that sent 3 people to our last workshop: the head of marketing, the head of administration, and the head of finance. And the president of the company told me later that it's the only time these 3 have ever agreed on anything, but they came back from the workshop and they were all in the same workshops for the LIC. We try to keep them relatively small, so there's usually around 20 people or so. That way we can facilitate a lot of open discussion, and we find that that works a lot better than just having a couple of people standing in front of the room and tell you what they think. In order to kind of facilitate that open discussion, we always kick off our workshops with a networking dinner the night before. So if your travel plans will work, please try to come in a little bit early the day before, and we go to a nice restaurant and have dinner. We find that good food and good companionship kind of helps open up more discussion the next day. Workshop will start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We try to finish up by 3 in the afternoon at the latest, so you can catch a flight, go back home that evening, and be back at your regular job the next day. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you all there.